Aerith, what's going on? Explain, please. Open your eyes, come on. This would be such a twist.
Aerith, wake up.
You are kidding! She is alive. So the one he killed was from a different timeline then? Oh, this is so convoluted. Wait. She isn't? What? Huh? So, which cloud was that one then? Was this one from a different timeline? Oh, I need
Stay here forever.
I don't get
Let's
it.
get moving.
Yep. Sounds good.
Please, just give me a straight answer. Is she alive or is she not?
I'll see you off.
Or is it's just Cloud seeing her? At least that's what it seems, right? But then again, where's her body? Because normally Cloud puts the body into the water.
Tifa. Come on.
Yeah, it seems like he's the only one who sees Aerith. That's so weird. Rufus, what is it?
I have to admit, you were quite the man.
Who,
Him again?
me? I guess not. Anyway, you haven't seen Viceroy Saruf, have you? He failed to show at an important event. Made us look like fools.
Maybe he wouldn't have, if you'd spent some money on that set.
Ah, you're probably right. Rich kids do like things just so. Still got results, though, even without him. Resistance elements are more fired up than ever.
You know, Glenn, I'm on to you. This war's nothing but a ploy to distract me from Sephiroth.
How very astute. Regardless, the plan is already in motion. Our promised land will become reality. A father's dream, accomplished by his son.
Huh? Glenn is his father?
I want the real thing, not some imitation.
Or was he talking about Rufus and his dad?
But an imitation's all you deserve. In the back, just like old times.
Huh? Who is this? It's like I have more questions than answers. Oh, the weapons. The blue and the red. But in the original they were green and red. And we're back with Zack. And once again, another different timeline?
Did I?
Dream all of this? Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Nah. I couldn't have dreamt that. It all felt way too real.
Mm-hmm.
Just as worlds unite, so too do they part. But who's to say they can't unite again?
Yeah, of course. Nibelheim, the next day. Who's humming? Ach, it's Sid. Okay.
Can you not raise it just a wee bit higher?
Screw you, cat.
Oh! Wait. Huh? It was... What? The material was black for just a second. Or was it just his glove shining through?
Oh, shit.
Nice catch.
So, what Aerith actually do anyway? Well? And with that, we are cleared for takeoff.
Finally.
So I'm gonna guess we're gonna see Aerith again
Fair.
during the next part, the last part. In some end of the world battle, probably. At the end.
Aerith?
Why isn't Cloud telling them, guys, I see her. She's fine in a way. She's with us. Yeah, it's clear. It's not black. I was mistaken. Wait, he has the black material?
hell?
Yeah, the hell?
The reunion.
Hey, you coming or what?
Yeah, one sec.
What the? What just happened?
You have to promise not to look up.
Oh.
Don't look up.
Well, now I gotta look.
They don't see it.
Fine, but don't let it get to you.
Don't let what get to me?
It's not real. Just an illusion. Now let's go get Sephiroth. He's hiding up north.
Yeah, at the crater.
North.
Trust me, he is. Soldier's intuition.
Oh, yeah? Better hope you're right.
To be honest, this is the best looking cutscene so
All
far.
right, fine. We trust you. Just remember, we got everything riding on this. And that's a load you'd best be ready to carry.
His
No
eyes,
heavy load.
clouds,
We're close to capacity
they're not
as
quite
it is.
his. They're the part of Sephiroth in it, you can
Don't
see
worry
it.
about me. I can handle it.
I can't wait for part 3.
Take care.
Just a question of when it will come out.
You gonna be okay getting back?
And if I said I wasn't? Don't worry. It's like a second home.
I guess. But what if something happens?
Then I'll send up smoke.
Thanks. I'll keep an eye out.
I'll put everything I've got into my prayers. I'll stop the meteor. And I'll leave the rest to you. Good luck.
So she stays there.
Aerith, I will stop Sephiroth. Trust me.
You promise?
Promise.
Yeah, he looks weird.
Walking city streets with worn cobblestones, listening to people rushing past to rhythms all their own.
Goodbye.
Life passing me by,
No promises await at Journey's End.
until I met you. I won't say that it was fate.
Ooh. That was something else, I have to say. Okay then, we're gonna let the credits roll, and in between I'm gonna talk a little bit to give my verdict. Very cool game, I have to say, but quite long. I think it was, for me, about 130 hours now, maybe a little bit more. And I haven't even done everything. I haven't even fought Gilgamesh, or did everything at the Gold Saucer or stuff. I've missed one side mission, and like I said, in the end, I'm still confused and not quite sure about what I said about what's going on and stuff. So, yeah, we just have to wait for part 3 then. And then hopefully we'll get a conclusion, something, yeah, that will make us all happy, I wanna say. Like I said, I'm gonna guess maybe it's gonna call it Reunion Part 3, because they're always talking about reunion, and it would start with another R, I don't know. And yeah, I guess that Aerith will come back at the last battle in some way or another, because worlds collide once again, and yeah, something like that. Other than that, I love Final Fantasy. I always have, since the original Part 7, or the original Final Fantasy 7. Very emotional, very pretty when it comes to graphics, and great music, of course. The theater play was amazing. There's just too much to say, because there are too many great scenes and frustrating ones, and yeah. Right then, so I'm gonna let the credits roll, and then I'll see you guys at the end, because I don't think I need to say anything else, which I haven't said in between already. Yeah, and I hope that we can actually fight as, or with, Sid and Vincent in the third part. It has to be like that, in a way, that we can use these two too. And oh, I'm actually quite happy that I really randomly assigned materia to all of the other guys, that I had different elemental materials on different people, that I was actually able to defeat Sephiroth in this weird phase where I was just really stupid, and I realized too late which elemental attack I should use and which specific spot, so I apologize for that, but then again, I'm not perfect, right? And I'm actually really happy that I got my date with Tifa, because that's what I really, really wanted. That was my main goal, in addition to finishing the story, of course. Okay then, I'm gonna shut up for now and just take a look at the credits, let them roll, and then I will see you at the end. Alrighty then, because I still have so many questions about the ending and about the timelines and stuff, I decided I'm gonna look up an explanation for the ending. So for this one, I'm gonna read from IGN. They have an article which is called Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Ending Explained. I'm just gonna read through it quickly, and you can watch these little cutscenes in the background as I'm gonna do this. So, Zack and the Multiverse. In the final of Final Fantasy VII Remake, it was revealed that there are two timelines, the one in which the main events of the game unfold, and the second reality in which Zack Fair survived the attack by Shinra guards. Rebirth goes one step further and reveals there's not two realities but multiple, infinite numbers of them, in fact. Yep, welcome to the Final Fantasy VII Multiverse. Sephiroth explains that when the boundaries of fate are breached, new worlds are born. And so when Cloud and the party defeated the Whisper Harbinger in the final of Remake, they created the reality in which Zack survives. But Rebirth demonstrates that even the smallest decisions can create new worlds. Towards the end of Zack's storyline, he has to make a choice. Will he save Biggs, Cloud, or Aerith? His choice creates three branching realities. Each unique universe is identified by its version of Stamp, a dog mascot who pops up everywhere. In the main reality, Stamp is a beagle hound wearing a helmet. In the second reality created at the end of Remake, the one that's home to the majority of Zack's story, Stamp is a border terrier with a cap. The version of Zack who goes to save Biggs creates a world where Stamp is a bulldog with a bucket hat, while the version who chooses Aerith manifests a reality where Stamp is a corgi with a collar. Follow the dogs and you'll know the reality you are in. Oh, this is why I was wondering why the dog looked so different in the last, I wanna say, dream section with Cloud and Aerith. Okay. While these different realities are the stages for different stories, Rebirth does suggest that everyone has a destiny that's hard to outrun. In the realities where Zack chooses to save Cloud and Biggs, both versions of him are hunted down by squads of Shinra soldiers, echoing the way he died in the main reality. We see this with an alternate version of Aerith too, where it's implied that Sephiroth will always hunt her down. This, along with the return of the Whispers, the Arbiters of Fate we met in 597 Remake, suggests that the party didn't totally break the concept of destiny in Remake, and that there's still a canon path that the multiverse expects its inhabitants to tread. So, what's the deal with these multiple realities? Well, unsurprisingly, Sephiroth wants to mess it all up. In the original Final Fantasy VII, Sephiroth's plan was to cause a meteor to collide with the planet. The impact would cause the world's spiritual energy, known as Lifestream, to leak out, which Sephiroth could then absorb to fuel his ascent to godhood. Rebirth's version of Sephiroth plans something similar, but his goal is now greater than becoming a mere god. He wants to rule over infinity to lay claim to the entire multiverse. To do so, he plans what he calls a homecoming, the union of the multiverse's many realities. Sephiroth explains that all worlds are doomed to fade from existence. We see this in a couple of instances with the skies of some realities torn asunder. When these worlds die, they apparently return to the planet's embrace. Essentially, it's the livestream on a multiversal level. Sephiroth doesn't speak plainly about his plans for this convergence of realities, but since he still seeks the meteor-summoning black materia, it's logical to assume he wants to unite the multiverse and then obliterate it. If absorbing the livestream of one reality can make him a god, then absorbing the livestream of multiple realities would likely help him achieve the whole King of Infinity ambition. Now we come to the most interesting part, because so far this was in a way understandable. So, next one. Aerith's fate. For Sephiroth to destroy the multiverse with Meteor, he will need to ensure nothing stands in his way. And so, that means killing Aerith, the last of the Satra and the only person capable of using white materia to pray for Holy, a magical barrier that will protect the planet. And so that's exactly what he does. But let's rewind, because there's a lot that happens leading up to Aerith's death. As revealed in her trial in the Temple of the Ancients, Aerith was given the white materia by her dying mother. But across the events of the first game, her every encounter with the Whispers sapped the white materia of the knowledge and memories that power it. By the time Aerith left Midgar, it was nothing more than an empty, useless globe. As such, if Aerith is to protect the planet, she needs a new white materia. Thankfully, the multiverse means there are multiple Aeriths, each with their own materia. Through the guise of a dream, an alternate Aerith pulls Cloud into her reality, a world where the sky is crumbling and there's no hope of salvation. This version of Aerith gives Cloud her white materia and sends him back to his reality, just before Sephiroth arrives to stop her. Yeah, we've seen this in the church, yeah. Returned to the main reality, Cloud gives Aerith this new white materia, putting Destiny back on track. Of course, as we well know from the original 597, that Destiny involves being impaled on Sephiroth's sword. And perhaps as expected, that's exactly what happens. But it's more complicated than that. We see Cloud deflect Sephiroth's blade, saving Aerith from the killing blow. We even see moments of her alive in Cloud's arms, and yet she still dies. As far as I can tell, there's no concrete answer to what's exactly happening here. Oh, thank you so much, I thought there would be something. The burst of rainbow color in this scene suggests another branch of fate. This motif is used in other scenes in which the multiverse is crossed or adjusted. And so this could be Cloud watching a glimpse of a reality where Aerith survives. Meanwhile, the tiny green lights around Aerith alive in his arms points to her spirit communicating via the livestream, offering Cloud a moment of reassurance from the beyond. but the glitch editing in this sequence suggests it could all just be a result of Cloud's degrading mind. As hinted throughout the entirety of Rebirth's story, Cloud's body is gradually breaking down, causing him to be something of an unreliable narrator. Aerith's death is immediately followed by an incredibly long multi-phase boss battle, and in the final phase, none other than Aerith arrives to help defeat Sephiroth. While Rebirth features multiple versions of Aerith, it seems that this is actually our Aerith. Well, her spirit form at least. Following Sephiroth's defeat, we see Aerith fade away in those little green lights, a sure sign that she's returned to the livestream. But while she's returned to the planet, that doesn't mean she's gone forever. Yeah, that's what I thought. She returned to the livestream and there are different versions in a way. The final cutscene shows the party mourning Aerith's loss. Yet in almost all of these scenes, Aerith is clearly standing among them. Sadly, she's not miraculously alive. This is just her spirit. But while the majority of the party cannot see her, Cloud can. Not just that, he can even talk with her. In Rebirth's final moments, Aerith makes a promise to Cloud. I will put everything I've got into my prayers. I'll stop the meteor. Cloud makes his own promise to stop Sephiroth. This is an echo of the original game's ending, in which it's hinted that Aerith's spirit protects the planet using the livestream while Cloud defeats Sephiroth in battle. Over in another reality, Zack also makes something of a promise to himself. Sephiroth explained that worlds unite and part, and Zack witnessed this when his reality overlapped with Cloud's, allowing them to fight Sephiroth Reborn together. Their worlds are now separated, but Zack wonders if they could be reunited once more. It's a spark of hope for him, as in his universe Cloud is terminally ill from Mako poisoning and Aerith is in a long-term coma following the disaster in Midgar. If his world can merge with another, then there's a chance he can be reunited with healthy versions of Cloud and Aerith once again. While the ending suggests that Aerith will be able to stay by Cloud's side as a spiritual guide for the rest of the journey, it's not all roses for our spiky-haired protagonist. He's the only person able to see the tear in his reality's sky, perhaps as a result of having traveled across multiple worlds himself. More ominously, it could be related to Cloud's mental connection to Sephiroth. As Cloud discovers he has the black materia in his pocket, his mind glitches for a moment. He mutters, "The reunion," and fits the apocalyptic materia into his Buster Sword. What all this means will almost certainly be covered in the final game of the remake trilogy, but if you want more context now, we need to look at the full events of the original game. As hinted to in Rebirth Shinra Mansion basement scenes, Cloud was experimented on by Professor Hojo, who injected him with Genova cells. Yeah, we know this. The robed figures seen all throughout Rebirth are also victims of the same Genova trials. The reunion of which both they and Cloud speak is the reunion of Genova cells, a ritual triggered by Sephiroth himself from a crater far in the north. That's where the robed men are headed, and that's why Cloud miraculously knows that Sephiroth is north. He's being subconsciously summoned to the reunion. You can probably now see why Sephiroth wants Cloud to keep that black materia safe. Yeah, that makes sense. But I thought that Sephiroth still has the black materia in the end. And then there's just one last paragraph. We're gonna read this too, and then we're through. The other significant reveal in the final is that Glenn Lodbrok is actually a puppet of Sephiroth. Yeah, I thought so because of the cape, of the robe that he is wearing. As revealed earlier in the game, Lodbrok is attempting to reignite the war between Shinra and Wutai. In a public address, he blames the murder of several Wutai soldiers on the company, as well as the emergence of the weapons from the Mako reactors. But the reveal that Lodbrok is actually a manifestation of Sephiroth lays clear the whole purpose of the conflict. It's a ploy to distract Rufus Shinra. Yeah, that's what Rufus said as well. As noted in the scene between Rufus and Glenn, it was Rufus's father's dream to discover the Promised Land, a place overflowing with Mako energy where he could build the city of Neo-Midgar. After President Shinra was killed, Rufus continued his father's work, tailing Aerith in hope of discovering this fabled place. But Sephiroth also wants to find the Promised Land. In the original game, he needs its abundance of energy to use the black materia and summon Meteor, and presumably that remains true in Rebirth. And so, by creating the manifestation of Glenn Lodbrok, Sephiroth can brew a conflict between Wutai and Shinra that will distract Rufus away from the Promised Land. Rufus works it all out and guns down the rope man who took Glenn's form, but it seems like it's too little too late. The Shinra Resistance Committee is ready for war, and it looks like it will all get messy in the final game of the trilogy. Alright then, and this actually is all about the explanations of Rebirth in this IGN article, and I really hope that you guys have a little bit more of a clue what's going on, or an insight. but I think most of it we actually understood by playing the game. And once again, if Aerith is still alive, maybe not, maybe yes, in a different way, but yeah, that's actually it. Alrighty then, here we are at the end of the credits. The adventure continues. So, what do we have here? Chapter selection and hard difficulty are now available. Access system and chapter selection to replay any chapter from the beginning using your current stats, weapons, and materia. You can also adjust your quest completion status. For a real challenge, switch a chapter's difficulty to hard. While playing on this setting, items cannot be used, and rest spots only recover HP. Okay, that sounds really hard, yeah. But as you guys know, I'm not gonna do that. Oh, what's this? After completing the main scenario, playlog. Accessible via the system section of the main menu, the playlog shows your achievements throughout the story and in battle. Gold Saucer Companion selection. When choosing chapter 8 or 12 from chapter selection, you can pick any character with a close enough relationship to Cloud to accompany him in the Gold Saucer. Combat Simulator updates. Meeting certain requirements, such as completing all Proto-Relics salvaging quests, will unlock unique combat challenges featuring Sephiroth and Zack. Okay, and again, I'm not gonna do that. What? There's more! Changing outfits. Chocobo Ranches now have changing booth, which you can use to alter your party members' outfits. What the hell? Look at Red! Okay. Red 13 and Kate's Loveless costumes are available for purchase at the Gold Saucer's GP exchange kiosks. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Right. Down there. Ooh, I was close with 130 hours. Pretty much. 129 and 35 minutes and just a bit. Yeah. But then again, I'm not gonna go for Platinum. This game has been long enough for me. And I would like to start something new. What's that gonna be? I'm not quite sure at this time. At this time and date. Today is the 6th of May, and in exactly 1 week, the rehearsals for our theater play are starting. So I won't have that much time to record anything. That's why I was actually, trying to finish this game quickly before we will start our rehearsals. And then throughout the summer, we will have our plays, our shows, or performances. So yeah. We'll see. I might find some time in between to record something, but I think you guys might see this in August. I'm not sure. We'll see about that. And other than that, guys, if you want to decide on the next games coming, take a look at my Patreon page. The link is in the description below. As soon as you are a patron, you get some perks, like, for example, your name's in the game and deciding on the next games coming, and some previews and early access and stuff. Oh, and I just made level 50. After defeating Sephiroth. Very nice. Alrighty then, that's actually it for now. And let's see which... Oh, actually, no. Next week, have a look out for a compilation of all the bugs, glitches, and weird behavior that I encountered throughout my 100 and nearly 30 hours of gameplay, because I have kept those and I'm gonna make a special episode of this one. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I will see you later. Bye-bye. Aha, you cannot leave the main menu at this time. You can now replay any chapter from the beginning by accessing chapter selection via the main menu. Be advised that if you return to the title screen without first saving your game data, you will be unable to use this data in subsequent playthroughs. I just saved it, so I'm safe. Then let's go to title screen. Yes. I hate this. I'm gonna save it once more, just in case. I just want to see if something else happens. Nah, that's actually it. Just want to see if there's anything... And this still looks the same. Okay. So, that's actually it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.